Okay, very good morning to my dear students. I am hereby to take your lecture. First, I would like to share my screen so that I can start my lecture now. Now we will start. Yeah, very good morning. Yes, so on behalf of Bren Mumbai Municipal Corporation, online education, English medium, today I am going to take a session on subject science 2. As we have started our chapter number 16, Heredity and Variation, today is our last session of this chapter. Okay, so my dear students, be ready with your textbook, and I would think that you had already read the lessons which I have taught you. Okay, so first of all, we will take a quick recall on the previous part of this chapter. Okay, in our previous period, what we have seen about the genetic disorder. So, my dear students, what is the genetic disorder? Genetic disorders are caused due to abnormalities in chromosomes and mutations in genes. Okay, what are the genetic disorders? Genetic disorders are caused due to abnormalities in chromosomes and mutation in genes. So what are the causes of these genetic disorders? So causes of these genetic disorders are changes in the number of chromosomes, increase or decrease in number, deletion of any part of chromosome, translocation of chromosomes. Yes, these are the causes of genetic disorders. Now, disorders due to chromosomal abnormalities. This is based on the due to the numerical changes. Okay. So first chromosomal abnormality is what? Down syndrome. What are the causes of this disorder? Here we can see the trisomy of the 21 means here is an addition, mutation. Okay. Then so how many total chromosomes we can see in the Down syndrome? 47. Here extra chromosome with the 21st pair. What are the symptoms in the Down syndrome? We can see mental retardation, short lifespan, life expectancy, short height, short wide neck, flat nose, short fingers, scanty hair, single horizontal increase on palm. These are the symptoms of the Down syndrome child. Okay. Then we have seen the Turner syndrome. What is the causes of this disorder? It is an abnormality in the sex chromosome number. So how many total chromosomes are there in the Turner syndrome? 45 means 44 plus X is there. And what symptoms we can see? One X chromosome is less here. So sterile females means what? They can't reproduce. Okay. Improper growth of reproductive organs, mental retardations. Then we have seen about the Klinefelter syndrome. What is the causes of this disorder? Abnormality in sex chromosome number here also. So how many total number of chromosomes? Here is 47 means 44 plus XXY. Here is the addition, mutation. So what are the symptoms here we can see? Extra X chromosomes in the cells, sexually sterile males, underdeveloped reproductive organs. Yes, this is all about the disorders due to the chromosomal abnormalities. Then we have seen about the National Health Mission. Okay, and this was from when it has started? From 2013, and it started from 2005, April 2005, and National Urban Health Mission has started from 2013. And what are the main objectives of this session? A strengthening of the rural and the urban health facilities, controlling various diseases and illness, increasing public awareness about health and offering financial assistance to patients through various schemes. Okay, now moving further to the diseases occurring due to what? Mutation in a single gene, which is called as what? Monogenic disorder. Monogenic disorder. Now, what are the monogenic disorders? Means sudden change or a mutation which we can see in a normal gene turns into a defective gene. Understand what is sudden change or a mutation occurring in a normal gene turns it into a defective gene, and the defective gene causes what? Monogenic disorder. And there are approximately 4,000 different monogenic disorders. How many? 4,000. Okay. So, every gene has a sequence to synthesize a definite product such as an enzyme, but the defective gene cannot do so. So either the essential enzyme is not synthesized or it is synthesized in a deficient amount. And due to this conditions, some metabolic reactions does not occur in the body and unwanted toxic substances may accumulate within. And these disorders are therefore known as what? Inborn errors of metabolism. What it is called? It is called as inborn errors of the metabolism. And this abnormal metabolism may lead to death at a tender age. Okay. So due to this abnormal genes, their products are they are produced in insufficient quantity or not at all, and it causes abnormal metabolism that may lead to death at a tender age. And what are the examples of such disorders are? There are many. Hutchinson's disease, yeah, Tay-Sachs disease, galactosemia, phenylketonuria, sickle cell anemia, cystic fibrosis, albinism, hemophilia, night blindness. These are the examples of what? Such disorders, means monogenic disorders. Now, in the further, we can see the that is what? Monogenic disorder. First example is albinism. Now, what is albinism? See here, albinism is what? It is a genetic disorder. As we are knowing, what are the normal genes which are present in our body? It is melanin pigment which is present in our skin, due to which we get our skin color. Which pigment? Melanin pigment. Okay, which is present in a normal people. Normal genes, which are called as a normal genes. Okay, so this is a genetic disorder, albinism. Here, what happens in this disease? In this disease, a body cannot produce what? A body cannot produce melanin. In this, a body cannot produce melanin, and the skin becomes what? A skin becomes pale. See, pale, and eyes look reddish pink. Due to what? Due to the absence of the melanin pigment in the retina and sclera, and the person has what? White hair. A person is having a white hair. So what are the symptoms of this albinism? Pale skin, white hairs, pink eyes. And why it is due to? Due to the melanin pigment which is absent in what? Retina and sclera. This is all about what? Albinism. What is? It is albinism. This is albinism. Now moving further to the second type of monogenic disorder, that is sickle cell anemia. Now what is sickle cell anemia? Sickle cell anemia. See here, you can see the DNA structure. Yeah, just see with this all. Now, sickle cell anemia is a monogenic disorder. Here, the mutation in the fetus causes this disease. What? Mutation. Okay, and due to this mutation, what happens? the glumatic acid is changed to valine. Due to this mutation, the glumatic acid in the fetus causes this disease. Yeah, we can see. So due to the mutation, the glumatic acid is changed to valine, and the normal hemoglobin has glumatic acid as the sixth amino acid in its molecular structure. Okay. In a normal hemoglobin has glumatic acid as the sixth amino acid in its molecular structure. When it is replaced by valine, the shape structure of the hemoglobin molecule changes. What changes? The shape and the structure of the hemoglobin molecule changes, and this change causes what? This change causes oval erythrocytes or RBCs. Erythrocytes, it can be said as RBCs, red blood corpuscles, and it becomes sickle shaped, as they are having biconcave, but they become sickle shaped. What changes we can see here? We can see the sickle shape. See here, you can see here, biconcave shape is seen. But due to this mutation, it changes to what? Sickle shape. Okay. So, therefore, what happens? Due to the sickle shape, what happens? What happens? Therefore, oxygen carrying capacity of a hemoglobin is reduced, and clumping and destructions of erythrocytes occur. As we are knowing, clumping, yeah, when the capacity of a hemoglobin, when the oxygen is reduced, what will happen? It will reduce, or clumping and destruction of erythrocytes occurs. And due to this, what can happen? Due to this, what can happen? Due to this, the erythrocytes or the red blood corpuscles, which are what? Normally biconvey, become sickle shaped, and this condition is called as sickle cell anemia. What? Sickle cell anemia, and the oxygen carrying capacity of an hemoglobin in such individuals is very low, and due to this, in these conditions, clumping and thereby destructions of erythrocytes occurs most often. As a result, blood vessels are what? Obstructed, and the circulatory system, brain, lungs, kidneys are damaged. Due to this, what? Blood vessels are obstructed, and due to this, the circulatory system, brain, lungs, and kidneys are damaged. So, sickle cell anemia is a hereditary disease. It is an hereditary disease. It occurs due to the changes in genes during conception. This happens when? This happens when? As it is an hereditary disorder. Here, what happens? It occurs due to the changes in genes during conception. If the father and the mother are both affected by sickle cell anemia, or if they are carriers of this disorders, their offspring are likely to suffer from this disease. Means what? When it is transmitted from the parents to the offspring, and it is caused due to what? Genetic changes that occurs during conception. Okay. So, what happens due to this? If father and mother are affected by sickle cell anemia, what will happen? They carry this disorder, and their offsprings are likely to suffer from this disease. Hence, marriages between the persons who are carriers of a suffering from sickle cell anemia should be avoided. Should be avoided. See here, you can see here. This mother and father is what? They are affected by this sickle cell anemia. So what will happen? We can see this disease in offspring also. So there are many safety measures or precautions which we have to take in the sickle cell anemia. Okay. Now, types and the symptoms of the sickle cell anemia. Now, sickle cell anemia. Here, AS, it indicates what? Carrier. And SS, it indicates sufferer. You have to keep in mind this. Carrier, AS, and sufferer, SS. Okay. Now, what are the symptoms which we can see in the sickle cell anemia? Swelling on hands and legs, joints pain, general body aches. Yeah, there will be pain in our body, frequent cough and cold, constant low-grade fever, exhaustion, pale face, and low hemoglobin count. These are the symptoms of the sickle cell anemia. Yes, swelling on hand, legs, joint pains, general body aches, then frequent cough and cold, constant low-grade fever, exhaustion, pale face, low hemoglobin count. These are the symptoms of the sickle cell anemia. Now we can see further. Suppose, first of all, see here, AA means what? Normal. AS means carrier. SS means sufferer. First of all, keep this symbols in your mind. AA is normal, okay? AS is carrier and SS is sufferer. Now, but when the crosses are done between a normal man and a normal woman, so the progeny which we get, what we get? The normal progeny if the both parents are normal. If the parents are normal, the progeny means what? Offsprings will be normal. Yes or no? Yes, if the parents are normal, the progeny will means what? All children will be normal. See here, you can see. Yes, male and female, AAA. So all the children are normal. Now, but when a normal male is crossed with an carrier one, carrier female, so what we can see? We can see or we can find that 50% progeny are normal. 50% progeny are normal. See here, AAA 50% who are there. So, and 50% are carrier. Yes or no? Yes. And if one parent is normal and one is a carrier, then we can get this result. Which result? 50% normal and 50% carrier. Now, but when we cross a normal male with a sufferer woman, then what we can see? That here, if one parent is normal and one is sufferer, so what we can see? What result we will get? We get that all the offsprings are carriers. Carriers means what? AS, AS, AS. Understand up till here? Yeah. Now, next. If both are sufferers, male is also sufferer and female is also sufferer, means what? Our parents are carriers. Then what progeny we can get? What result we can see? Here we can see that 25% are normal, 25% are sufferer and 50% are carrier. What we can see? 20%, 25% are normal, 25% of sufferer and 50% carrier. Okay. So, moving further. Now, if we can take that one parent is a carrier and one is a sufferer. See, one is a carrier and one is a sufferer. So what progeny we can see, what result we can see? We can see that 50% are carrier and 50% are sufferer. See here you can see 50% are carrier and 50% are sufferer. Understanding? Yes or no? Yes. Now, moving further. When both parents are sufferers. When both parents are sufferers. Sufferers means what? SS? Yes or no? So what we can see in the offspring? We get the result. What? What result we can see? That all children will also be sufferers. Yes or no? When the parents are normal, the offspring will also normal. But when both the parents are sufferers, then what we can see? That all children are sufferers. Yes, understand up till here? Now, diagnosis. Now, the text topic is diagnosis of the sickle cell anemia. Now, what is the diagnosis of a sickle cell anemia? How we can diagnose it? How can we can find that a person or a child is suffering from a sickle cell anemia? It can be done by a solubility test and electrophoresis. It is performed to detect sickle cell anemia. And under the National Health Mission scheme, the solubility test, see here, the solubility test for diagnosis of a sickle cell anemia is available at all district hospitals. It is what present, or this facility is provided in all the hospitals, okay, for diagnosis of what, sickle cell anemia. And which test? It is a solubility test. Okay, this test is available in all the hospitals. Then in all the hospitals. And similarly, the confirmatory diagnostics test, that is electrophoresis, is also performed at rural and sub-district hospitals. In rural and the sub-district hospitals only we can find this. So these are the tests which we can be done in the hospitals to diagnose the sickle cell anemia. Yes. Now, what are the remedies of this? How we can cure? What should we can do for this? What are the remedies of our sickle cell anemia? As we are knowing, this disease is spread in only one way, that is reproduction. Yes, this disease is what? Spread in only one way, that is reproduction. Hence, husband and wife should get their blood examined either before marriage or after it. Yes, as we have seen, this disease is only one way. It can spread in only one way, that is reproduction. And hence, husband and wife should get their blood examined either before marriage or after it. Yes, this is the first one. So, what is the first remedy? First remedy is husband and wife both should get their blood examined before or after marriage. Okay. Yes. Then what will be the second remedy? A sickle cell carrier or a sufferer should avoid marriage with one another. One another means with whom? With one another carrier or sufferer. Why? Because if they married, what will happen? The offspring will, which they will get, they will also be sufferer. Yes. So this can be the remedies. Then what is the third remedy? A sickle cell anemic should take one folic acid tablet daily. Means what? A person suffering from the sickle cell anemia should take one tablet of a folic acid daily. Daily means daily. They have to take. Okay. So that it can be cured. Okay. So these are the remedies that husband and wife both should get their blood examined before or after marriage. A sickle cell carrier or a sufferer should avoid marriage with one another carrier or sufferer, or a sickle cell anemic should take one folic acid tablet daily. So this is all about the what? Sickle cell anemia. This is all about the sickle cell anemia. Now, moving further to the next disorder, that is what? Mitochondrial disorder. Now, what is mitochondrial disorder? The mitochondrial DNA is inherited from mother only. It is inherited from where? It is inherited from mother only. And mitochondrial DNA may also become defective due to what? Mutation. Mitochondrial DNA may also become defective due to what? Due to mutation. And during fertilization, mitochondria are contributed by the egg cell, that is ovum alone. Yes. So during fertilization, mitochondria are contributed by the egg cell, that is ovum. That is ovum. So hence, mitochondrial disorders are inherited from the mother only. Yes. So this mitochondrial disorder is inherited from the mother only. Why? Because it is seen only in the egg cells. And this happens only in the fertilization process. Yeah. So it is said that the mitochondrial DNA, it is inherited from the mother only. It is the mitochondrial DNA is mutated, then the disorders produced are called as mitochondrial disorder, and these disorders are thus transmitted from mother only. So what are the example of this? Leber's hereditary and optic neuropathy. Okay, what are the examples of this? Monochondrial mitochondrial disorder. What are the examples of this? The example of this is what? Leber's hereditary and an optic neuropathy. Up till here, you understood what is all about the mitochondrial disorder? Yes or no? So, my dear students, wait a minute. I am just continuing my lecture. Yes. What is mitochondrial disorder? You can read. You can read from your textbook. Yes or no? Yes. So you can do it. You can see in this picture a lady who is suffering from the mitochondrial disorder. Yes, this is all about the mitochondrial disorder. Yes. Now moving further to the next topic, that is polygenic disorders. Now we have seen what? Mitochondrial disorder. Now moving further to the polygenic disorder. Now what is a polygenic disorder? Disorders due to the mutation in a multiple genes. It is called as polygenic. Poly. Here only you can understand in the term only what do you mean by poly? Poly means many. Poly means many. So sometimes the disorders which arise due to the mutations in more than one gene, in most such disorders, their severity increases due to the effects of environmental factors on the fetus. Yes, so sometimes disorders arise due to mutations in more than one gene. In most such disorders, their severity increases, and due to effects of environmental factors on the fetus. Common examples of such disorders are what? Cleft lips, cleft platelets, yeah, constricted stomach, spina bifida. Okay, means what? A defect of the spinal cord, etc. So besides this, many are there: diabetes, blood pressure, heart disorders, asthma, obesity are also called as what? Polygenic disorders. Okay. So my dear students, you understand what is this? Mutations in more than one gene at the same time cause what? Polygenic disorder, and severe fetal disorders caused for the effects of environment on the fetus. Example, cleft lip, yeah, constricted stomach, spina bifida. These are the examples of it. Spina bifida means what? A defect of the spinal cord. Yeah. And these are the polygenic disorders. Some are the different polygenic disorders are also there, like diabetes, blood pressure, heart disorders, asthma, obesity are also a polygenic disorders. Yes, students? Diabetes, blood pressure, heart disorders, asthma, obesity. Now, polygenic disorders do not strictly follow Mendel's principles of heredity. Means polygenic does not follow the Mendel's principles of heredity. This disorder, they arise from a complex interaction between environment, lifestyle, and defects in several genes. Okay. So it is said that they do not, this disorder do not strictly follow Mendel's principles of heredity. And these disorders arise from a complex interaction between environment, lifestyle, and the defects in several genes. Yes. So This is all about the polygenic disorder. Now moving further, what we should always remember. What are the topics? Always remember. Now, interrelationship between tobacco addiction and the cancer. What is a cancer? Uncontrolled growth of the cells. Yes, uncontrolled growth of the cells. Interrelationship between tobacco addiction and cancer. And cancer means what? Uncontrolled growth of cells. Now, many people consume what? Tobacco, either by smoking or by chewing. So, consumptions of tobacco in any form can cause what? Cancer. Smoking of cigarettes, eating of gutka, yeah, not only cigarettes, it's bidi also, yeah, adversely affects the process of what? Digestion. And it causes a burning sensation in the throat and a cough. Yes. So excessive smoking causes what? Instability and trembling of fingers. A dry cough causes sleeplessness. Tobacco consumption can also lead to shortening of lifespan, chronic bronchitis, pericarditis, cancer of the lungs, mouth, pharynx, pancreas, urinary bladder, etc. Not only the gutka and cigarettes and bidi, but all this masheri, mawa, pan masala, all those things. It is not good for our health. Harmful effects of smoking are due to what? Nicotine, which is present in what? Tobacco. Yes or no? So many problems arise due to this consumption. And tobacco is either smoked or chewed. And any kind of tobacco product is what? Is carcinogenic. And nicotine, which is present in this tobacco, is the main carcinogenic agent. So now what are the harmful effects of smoking? It's what? Adverse effects on digestion, means digestion problems, instability and trembling of what? Fingers, dry cough and causing sleeplessness, chronic bronchitis, yes, cancer of the what? Lung, mouth, larynx. Larynx means your voice box, pharynx, pancreas, urinary bladder, etc. So central and peripheral nervous system is also affected due to this. Okay. So one more thing, arteriosclerosis and hypertension, visual disorders or tremors. This is all just due to what? Smoking and intake of an tobacco. So now what are the harmful chemicals which are present in this tobacco smoke? Do you know? See here, pyridine, ammonia, yes, aldehyde, furfural, then carbon monoxide, nicotine, sulfur dioxide. These are the harmful chemicals which can hazard our what? Body system. Yes, so tobacco smoke contains harmful chemicals. Just now we have seen, and they cause uncontrolled cell divisions. They control what? Uncontrolled cell divisions. Yes, so tobacco smoke is full of minute carbon particles which causes normal tissue of the lung to transfer into a thickened black tissue. And this causes what? Cancer. This causes cancer. While chewing or while smoking tobacco or tobacco products, much is of extract is absorbed in the body. Yes, and excessive tobacco consumption may cause cancer of lips, tongue, visual disorders or tremors. So to protect one's body from the cancer, one must avoid what? Smoking. To protect the body from the cancer, one must avoid smoking and consumption of tobacco and tobacco products in any form. Yes or no? So, my dear students, it's a kind request to you and to your parents, to your neighbors, to your surrounding that ask here that you should not be in this addiction. You should not involve yourself in this addiction. It is not good for our health. It is bad, very, very hazardous. And nowadays, all are going in a wrong way. Only for the fashions and for this, it is not good. So, please avoid all this what bad addictions when smoking, taking tobaccos and all. Okay, if you find anyone, you should explain them. Then why should we not be in these addictions? Yes, my dear students. So this is all about our today's topic, and by this we have ended this chapter. Yes, which chapter? What's the chapter name? Heredity and the what? What is the chapter name? Heredity and the variation. So, what you will do? You will revise this lesson thoroughly. You have to read the lesson properly. You should learn the objectives and this as the exam point of view. This chapter is very, very important. Why? Because in this many questions are asked in the form of short notes, in the form of distinguish between co-relationship questions. Yeah, it can be asked in the complete the T diagrams, short notes, brief notes. Yes, give reasons are there in. So you will read the lesson thoroughly, then only you will get the all the concepts clear. And I want that you should score good marks in the semester exams. Yeah. So, is it right to avoid living with a person suffering from a genetic disorder? You have to write down this question in your notebook so that you can solve it. Is it right to avoid living with a person suffering from a genetic disorder? Explain why. You have to write the answers. This is your homework. Write a brief note on a monogenic disorder. The things which we have seen today. Yes, you have to write in brief so that you can understand that how much you are understanding this lesson. Okay, so by this we have finished our chapter. So my dear students, thank you for listening my lecture very silently, and I think that you have understand my topic.